Hello.
How you doing?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Yourself?
I'm doing well. Thank you. First off, thank you for taking time to sit down and talk to us and answer the fans' questions. I know it's been a long time coming, but you finally had the time. I know all of you guys are extremely busy.
Oh, yeah.
Especially since y'all get out here getting these cars in the world.
Yeah.
Getting new people in the car culture. So we appreciate it. So what I'll do is I'll start off with one of my questions, and then I'll get right into the fans' questions, okay?
Perfect.
All right. So tell us how you got started in the car culture.
I've been around the car culture, not just the donks. I've been around the car culture literally since I've been born. My uncles always had old schools, building motors, and my dad, same thing, you know what I mean? So we always had old school cars, trucks, everything, you know what I mean? So I was kind of just raised in it, brought up in it, you know what I mean? Basically from birth, you know, so. And then as far as getting into the donks went, my grandfather always used to have them. Then my uncles built them, like me growing up. So then my first car, I still got it, was a 75 Impala. And I thought I was the shit back then. I was 16 years old. I had it on Dayton's and everything. And now I look back at it, I was like, damn, that car needed a lot of work. But I still got it. And then one of my he's a good friend of mine. He called because he needed some parts, Sheldon Turner. And he was boarded and he moved down here to Canada. And he ended up actually coming to buy a 73 Impala 4-door off me because he needed to do a frame swap on his vert and some floor pans and stuff. So he came to buy a whole bunch of stuff. I'm like, just buy the whole car. So he bought he ended up buying the whole car. And he's like, you need to start selling these to the States, because I was selling donks Canada side at the time, right? He's like, you need to start selling these things down in the States. I was just like, yeah, I don't know, you know, whatever. I didn't think nothing of it. He added me into some Facebook groups, and then that's when I met Tony Watts, the donk whisperer, and me for quite a while. And, you know, we kind of just went on each other's paths, but, you know, we done a lot of good business together, me and him. And then I just kind of took it on my own and took flight, you know, built my Instagram page by myself from scratch, literally. Scratch.
Right.
You know, I got a lot of support from a lot of close people, good customers. You know, I keep a good reputation with everyone. You know, so Donk Ride or Die been rocking with me since day one. You know what I mean?
Right.
All the people down here in Canada too. You know, those Miller boys. You know, there's a lot of donks down here. You know what I mean? Green Monster, all of them, and they, you know, everyone supports me, so I appreciate that. So you have a lot of donks in Canada? Yeah. I've been through it. Well, not like there's not a big donk scene down here. There's probably like, I could count maybe like 10 off the top of my hand that's actually big stuff and wheels and music and all that, you know. And it's different. It's not exactly, you know, Miami vibe, definitely, but, you know, it's close. It's close, you know, rims, music, LS motors, everything, you know. So, and there's a big shop down here called Switches and Things, and they're like one of the biggest shops to do LS swaps, and they do a lot of crazy work, and they build all types of cars. So yeah, so I've been through probably about at least 120 donks. Wow. Yeah, no shit talking. Like, I've been through probably over 120 donks. I got 2 sitting in the front yard. Are those 2 for sale? Yeah, they're going to be tomorrow, actually. Wow. So y'all hear that? What years are those? They're both Verts, right? Yeah, they're both Verts, too. They're both 75 Caprice convertibles. And one, it's funny because the guy couldn't get 75 Caprice parts, so he got 75 Impala parts and put a 75 Impala front clip on. So, but that further one with the black top, you won't get a front clip. So I've been through a lot of cars. The market's crazy right now. You know what I mean? Prices. When I look back, if you scroll all the way down to my IG page when I first started my IG, I would buy those cars. What I sold them for, full retail at that time, I'd buy them over and over and over again. I'd take 100 at that price. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy. You know, it's gone commercial. And, like, funny story, I went to go buy a car down here from a white man, and He's like, oh yeah, there's this TV show, Donk Master. I'm like, what do you know about Donk Master? He's like, yeah, they race these kind of cars, and they got them on these big, I don't know, they're 30-inch wheels and blah, blah. I'm just like, as soon as I heard that, I was like, uh-oh, we're done. You know? But I still bought the car off of him, but, you know, it's gone commercialized. It really has.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
Oh, this is a good question. So when people buy the cars from you,
yeah,
do you assist with the transport from Canada?
Yeah, I got a company who does all the work for me. I'm not affiliated with the company. I just, give them all my business because they're the easiest to get the cars out of Canada, door-to-door service, literally minimal paperwork. And same thing, the car literally shows up directly to their door with all the paperwork. Make sure you get, your car titled in the U.S. No half step and nothing like that. You know what I mean? It's clean paperwork, everything. You know what I mean? All they do is it's like the paperwork that I provide from the shipping company and the customs broker is just like buying a car out of state, basically.
Right.
So it's pretty simple.
All right. So can you tell us? Do you have a number in your head that those two verts out there are going to go for?
Yeah. That the first one's really, really clean. That's a 75 Caprice, really clean. That one's going to be $25K. And then the other one, I haven't decided the price on the other one. I got to clean it up, go through it a little bit better, but somewhere 14, 15K probably.
14, 15K, not bad.
No, I you know what? I sell a little cheaper than everyone else. I'm a one-man show. You know what I mean? I buy my own cars. I'll do little broker deals for local people where I could actually put my eyes on a car, and if it's someone else, because I ain't about to ruin my name and do a broker deal for someone, and then, business goes south, basically, So that's why all my cars are matched up to me, and, I bring them in, I clean them up, and, so I can sell them a little cheaper, you know what I mean? And I deal with, a few people, and if they sell the car for me, they make what they make with that, too. You know what I mean? I'm one of those guys. Everyone's got to eat. You know what I mean? So there's no sense to be greedy. A lot of people are, unfortunately. But
you need to say that louder for the people in the back that don't know everybody got to eat.
Everyone's got that's the way it is, Same thing. I buy a car and make money. Someone could sell the car for me and get what I want. There's nothing about being greedy. If I got if I want 25 G's for the vert outside, if someone could sell it for 30, guess what? You make 5, I couldn't care. That's the type of person I am. But a lot of people that they get greedy as soon as they hear, oh, well, you got this much for it. No, I want more.
Right.
None of that.
So when they buy a car from you, how much roughly, say for instance, the car was coming, one of those verts out there were coming to Florida. Do you charge a flat rate for transport, or is it by miles, or how?
No, so the shipping company has all the rates laid out, basically. If it's a car for a bit more money, I'll try to work in it and just give them a total with the shipping. Try to help them out a bit. But just shipping is with the customs broker, because it's got to be imported to Canada. So with the customs broker, with all the transport door to door, it's like $1,600.
That's not bad.
No, and it's not bad. Like a lot of people's like, oh, the transport's so much money. State to state transport went up a lot too. And
right.
Paperwork process is about $300 just alone. You know what I mean? So it's not really bad. You're paying like $13 on transport. Right? So it's not really bad coming all the way to Canada. Literally a whole other country. So.
That's what I was gonna say. $1,600 for to come from Canada. I done heard people pay around that from state to state.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So transport went up everywhere. I used to only, it used to only be like $1,300 or $1,350 with all the fees and everything. And it slowly went up, but yeah, it's about $1,600 now. And I'm sure I could find cheaper shipping options, but then you got to deal a lot more paperwork, and honestly, just not worth. It's not worth the time and effort that is going to be for the customer to put in, for me to put in. It's not an overnight procedure either. Shipping cars, like a lot of people think it's like stateside transport where you make one phone call and you get the car picked up 2 days later. You know what I mean? And it's not like that. You got to fill some customs paperwork and shipping contract. It's minor stuff. I got to submit the Canadian title, bill of sale and stuff. So, paperwork a few days at least, and then transport time varies. You know what I mean? It's
right.
it varies, you know. So I've had cars be picked up within a couple days and delivered the same week. You know what I mean? Then I've had, you know, they usually stop in Michigan to the compound there, and then they continue to whatever direction they're headed to.
So how long have you been doing this?
I've been selling donks to the States, I'm going to say probably 6 or 7 years. Selling to the States. But actually, like, I used to sell them here all the time, you know what I mean, since over 10 years, you know what I mean? I always been in car sales, like newer cars and other old school stuff, so I always been in, you know, car sales, basically. And,
so tell us about the scammers. We know they come. What was your latest scammer story?
You know what? I really avoid a lot of that because, like, if people call me, oh, we want to buy the car, blah, blah, blah. Oh, well, we'll give you half when it gets here. We're going to give you the other half. It's like, And you can ask about me anywhere. I'm good in everyone's neighborhood. I could go and show my face and not be scared, not be worried. Oh, I screwed this guy, screwed that guy. You know, so I tell everyone, go ask around about me first before you send me $1. I don't need your money.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You know, people call around, they ask, they'll be like, okay, but a lot of people, you know, I know what it is. They're trying to take advantage of me, get the car down there, never pay me, you know what I mean, what they owed me, and then they got the car, and I try to explain to people, you know, once the car's brought across the border, you know,
right,
it's theirs. You know, I can't take it back. I can't call the transfer. All the paperwork's done. But, you know, I had a 74 Vert on eBay. This was a couple years back. And he took my pictures. He put them on Craigslist. And I think it was South Carolina, North Carolina Craigslist. He put my car up. And you could come in person, blah, blah, blah. So I called the number. I made him think I was interested. So he's like, yeah, I got it. You could pull up. And he's telling me, yeah, if you want to just bring cash, you could drive it home. I'm like, really? He's like, but if you want to send a little deposit, you could. If not, just come by with the cash. That was like, he was waiting for that lick, literally. He was just waiting patiently for someone to pull up. And I had a couple guys call me and be like, why is this guy trying to sell your car? And I was like, I had like probably 100 people literally call him and blow him up, you know what I mean? And it was bad. One guy reached out to me because he ended up seeing it on eBay, and he's like, I was heading there to pick up the car. And I'm like, don't go. Because he put it for like 5 G's or something like that, right? And
you already know when it's too cheap.
Oh, I tell everyone, you know, a lot of people come at me sideways and they're like, oh, well, what kind of surety do I have that I'm going to get the car or blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you've been burnt before. That's my exact words. You've been burnt before. Yeah, I sent this guy off of Craigslist. The car was, you know, $5,000, $8,000. I'm like, well, first of all, you should already know that that's a scam. And before you send money at that, is fly out there, listen, I tell people all the time, ask for a picture of the title. Have them FaceTime you with the car. There's so many steps you can take. You know, I had people try, you know what I mean, to go and look at cars for me, and there was no such car, you know what I mean? So just better be safe than sorry, you know, when there's a lot of scamming, not just for cars, you know, for parts in general, you know, I mean, anything, like if they can get you way, they will, you know, when there's a lot of people that they don't do business secure, like my method of payment, and a lot of people don't like it. I only get paid through the bank wire transfer. I do PayPal, that stuff is right through the bank. Got all my personal information. They got my home address. They got, you know what I mean? So that's just, you know what I mean? That's the way I do it. A lot of people don't like that, and you know, they want to pay PayPal and everything. And I tell everyone, it's not me being an asshole. You know, that's the way I do business. If you can't do it like that, then, you know what I mean? That's the process, right?
That's just you protecting yourself. So people have to respect that when it comes to business.
Exactly.
You know? So tell us, are dunks the only thing you sell? I saw some more cars you were selling. You sell anything?
No, I sell newer cars, older cars, you know what I mean? Anything. Like I got right now, I got a 70 Cutlass Vert that's coming to the market. You know, I muscle cars. I got a car collection myself, you know what I mean? So like anything that's I find that's a good deal, I'll buy. You know, hold on to it for a bit and, you know, sell it, right? And That's the thing, it's a lot of people just think I'm just this guy who sells donks or something like, I don't know. I got an everyday job. I work for myself, but I got an everyday job. I own a small RV dealership. I sell camping trailers.
Uh-huh.
There. I sell those.
Oh, okay. So they need an RV that can get at you too.
Exactly. So yeah, that's my main thing. A lot of people just think, like, oh, this is what I do, and the donk thing. Obviously I make money in it, but I do it because I love these cars. You know what I mean? So I do. You gotta love your job and love what you do. I mean, the trailer thing, it gets stressful at times, but the donk thing is just kind of like making money and enjoying it at the same time.
So tell us what cars are in your collection.
I'll start from the oldest. I got a 1959 Impala Coupe. Nut and bolt rotisserie restoration. It's like Bear Jackson clean. I just got that a couple months ago. Funny, I sold my 71 Vert, and I turned around and bought that car, and I got it at an amazing deal. And I ended up I still put some money in my pocket. So that was a good come up. I got that. I got a 1960 Cadillac Series 62. It's a 4-door, but my wife bought me that as an anniversary gift. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. I got a, what do I got after that? I got a 67 Impala SS Fastback. I got a 68 Camaro RS SS. I got a 70 Chevelle. Just a Malibu, nothing crazy, no motor, and just the basics done to it. I got my 72 Vert on 6s, digital dash, coil-over suspension. All the work's done to it. LS swapped, everything. I got that. Actually, I did a trade with Murder Nova from Street Outlaws. I got that. What else I got? I got an 86 short bed Chevy pickup truck. I'm doing big.
Oh!
Yeah, I got... what else do I got? I got a really cool truck. It's an 88 square body Chevy Suburban, but it's got the dually. So they were only made so many of them. So yeah. So what else I got? I serious. I lose track of cars. I do, honestly. It's just
listen. You got a whole showroom. You got a whole.
Yeah.
You gotta stop pouring over there. Sell us some of these cars now. Stop pouring. You being selfish now. You being real selfish.
Another really rare car I got is a 71 Challenger True RT. So I don't even know to count, honestly. And then all the cars I got for sale, and then my everyday work trucks and everything. You know what I mean? I got a lot. Oh, I got my 73 Caprice hardtop factory 454 big block. Yeah, I got an 89 Benz 560. It's not really my thing, but it's a collector car. They really want to. I got a mixture of stuff.
Man, it sounds like you got about a $500,000 or more in the collection.
Like I could name 3 of my cars, and that's about like 200 G's. You know what I mean? I got on everything, like on the real. I got good deals on everything. I bought at the right time, but.
Detroit, he said he did, the comments say he needed a 75. Detroit, before you came on, he showed us 2 75s that's coming up for sale this week.
Plugging in this light real quick so we can have some extra light. Not real dark. Yeah.
Man, I'm glad you finally made time to sit down and talk to us.
Oh, yeah. Busy. I was like, all day today, I was literally like, okay, I had to work and had to move trailers around and fix some stuff. So I was like, okay, I need to hurry up and get my ass home so that way I can do this interview. Hurry up, grab something to eat, change real quick, and here we are.
So when you come into the States, so you can come to a show, or we can put our eyes on you. We can chop it up with you. Well,
the borders are closed right now because of coronavirus.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So I was in Florida for a month during the holidays, and I went to what was it, Money on the Line, I think.
You went to Smacko Show, in January.
Yeah, I was there. Okay. I travel a lot. It's just the borders being closed. I'm literally basically locked down here. I travel usually every 2 to 3 months.
Okay.
Because I get cars on the state side too, right? So my uncle's down in Boston, and I get a lot of cars there, and it's, it's just, it sucks right now. Like I said, it's just all the borders are closed, so can't travel at the moment.
Okay. So tell us, what is the least you've sold a dunk for?
Shit. Let me think.
I know it's been a long time and it's been a lot of them.
Yeah, honestly, I sold some decent 4-doors for like 2 G's. I sold this new sports coupe for like, I think 3,000. And it was clean. I know it was a sport coupe, but it was clean. I used to sell a lot of stuff pretty cheap. Not anymore. Not paying a good buck.
Inflation. Inflation.
Yeah, exactly. The cheapest I sold one for, though, it was a 4-door, and it was a Bel Air, which is still the same thing. A lot of people don't consider them, but still basically the same thing. You know what I mean? And I sold that for $900.
Oh, wow.
Like the cheapest. Cheapest I ever bought a Vert for. I bought a 75 Vert. I'm going back about maybe 7 years ago. A 75 Vert Arizona car with like 60-something thousand original miles it had. And I bought that car for $1,700.
Gotta be more careful.
$1,700. Like the lady, price I drew her. I went there to see the car. I drew her an offer. We didn't know if there was something wrong with the motor, right? And I made her an offer, and she took it, and I was just like, damn. I kept it for quite a while, and then I'm selling it. But it was like the cheapest I think I ever bought a Vert for.
Wow. So, where do you see your business in 5 years?
Where do I see my business in 5 years? I see myself, exploring different markets, sticking to donks. Like, they're a lot harder to find. Every year that goes by, they're getting harder and harder, and go up. Which I'm a seller, so the prices don't really affect me. You know what I mean? I'll always be out there hunting to find deals, but they're getting hard to come by. You know what I mean? So the values in the box Chevys went up, so starting our box Chevy. The box Chevy's more just like the LS Bromes and stuff I'll do, but G bodies, to be honest, I'm just not a fan of G. Like, no.
Wait, no. That's what you're not about to do. I'm a G body girl.
No.
So we gonna talk over here.
Okay, no problem.
Because I need to get with you on them G bodies. I know they cheap up there. I'm gonna need, you know what I'm saying?
Anytime. But yeah, like I said, get more into the muscle cars and everything. Like I said, I basically built my page from scratch. What I mean, and I appreciate all the followers, all of my friends. I have family. Like the dog game, everyone's a family. And random people support me. Put out. I heard he does good business. There's people I've never met in my life, literally, and they send customers my way to buy stuff. It's like I don't even know who it was to help them out or give them something for the referral. So I just plan to expand. You know what I mean? The different markets and have a variety to choose from, basically.
Well, one thing I do appreciate about the car culture, I call it, this is our little bubble, right? Because in the car culture, sometimes no matter whether you're black, white, purple, pink, green, orange, whether you're young or old, we all consider ourselves family, and like we legit love each other. Some of us ain't never even met each other, and we still love each other.
Shit, me and PJ from Donk Ride or Die did business for years, literally. And then I just seen him for the first time in Florida when I was there in January. You know what I mean? Like, felt like I knew him my whole life, like meeting him. You know what I mean? It's like we've been friends since years. And that's the thing. It's like when I went down to Miami and everybody showed me love down there, and it was like I went everywhere, and they called me everywhere with them. Hey, we're going here. Hey, we're going there. Come with us, and it was, you know, it was nice, you know, just to, it made me feel like I was at home wherever I went. I had my wife and kids with me, literally everywhere. You know, I had my wife and kids everywhere we was going, and, you know, I pulled up everywhere, and everyone showed me love, so it was nice. You know, like, that's the thing, you know, the car game, and not just the dog game, you know, the car game in general, you know, it's nice because people could network together, you know what I mean? You know a guy that has something I need, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's just how it is, you know?
So what's the major difference in the car culture in Canada versus the car culture in the States?
Everyone down here, if you go to a car show, like, they got classic car shows, right? But if you go to a car show, like just a normal one, everything is a tuner.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Hondas and Acuras, and I ain't hating on them. Honestly.
Right.
Not my thing. Like, I mean, people got big bags, you know, invested in these cars, and I just can't see it. Like, even when you go to the street races here, it's literally Hondas, and no one shows up in muscle cars or anything. You know, when we pull up with old schools, we're literally all the old schools, basically. You know, at the show. And then there's classic car shows you go to, that's more my vibe, you know what I mean? I ain't really with all this other stuff, you know, but that's the biggest difference. Like, there's not just, there's not just, you know, a car show that you could go to out here, like, oh, there's a mixtures. You know, it's either all classics or just mainly tuners. So they
on some Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift type.
No joke. Literally no joke. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like I said, it's never my thing. It was never my thing. One of my cousins had one. It was just, I don't know. I just don't like it. I'm a muscle car and old school Chevy kind of guy. That's it.
Right. Which car is your most prized possession?
My most prized possession is my 59 Impala. That's my most prized possession. I'll send you some pictures after this interview.
Make sure you do, because I definitely want to post them.
Someone could literally put me 100 G's on the table, and I would have to think for maybe a couple days if I even want it or not. Like, it's showroom. That's like my most prized possession. My Camaro, too, again, it's basically mint condition. Like, that's, you know, that's like...
Well, like you said, you can take that to Barrett Jackson, though.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's definitely a Barrett Jackson car.
The most value and the cleanest car I got is my 59 Impala. You know what I mean? So that's like you said, that's my most prized possession. That's it. That's like another child for me. So now all the people on here now know that you're a car guy. Yeah. It ain't just the dongs, and it ain't just a business or a hobby. No, I'm an all-time car guy. I got my short bed in my garage right now, torn apart. The whole front clips off of it. I repainted everything. All the work myself, and a cut helped me, and cleaned up all the frame and painted everything. And I'm hopefully next week.
Well, I'm gonna be an advocate for these people on here. Stop whoring, man. Let us get some of them cars, man. Stop.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? You don't need all them cars. You can't drive it one at a time.
It's funny because I don't even drive half of my cars. I don't. To me, it's basically like real estate on wheels.
Yeah.
They make it too crazy to buy a house down here. And the house prices out here is something else. It's like you're trying to buy in Beverly Hills. Some of the prices out here, you know, so I'd rather invest my money in cars, you know what I mean, as good assets, and they keep going up every year rather than to try and buy a house. It was just not worth it for me, honestly.
Can you ever see yourself moving to the States?
Oh, yeah. I was born in Cali.
Okay.
I was born in Cali, but my parents brought me back when I was only a couple months old. But moving to the States, yeah, I would. If I was to move to the States, it'd have to be somewhere down south. It doesn't have to be Florida, but somewhere where the weather's nice and there's no snow. If we get some cold weather, we'll get a foot of snow. And I live in a big city. I'm right in Toronto. And it gets bad down here. So for me, I gotta
come on to Florida. We'll welcome you. Come on to Florida. Bring all them dunks and come on to Florida.
That's the thing. Honestly, if I buy a house down there and come, you know, 6 months out of the year, even 4 or 5 months out of the year, and just start sending a bunch of cars down there. That's it. I'll live mortgage free. That's it. And I'll enjoy the nice hot weather. And I can't do the winters here anymore. Unfortunately, I'm stuck here this winter because of everything being closed and everything, but I can't do the winters here no more.
You gonna need like a 40-car garage though. Like your house, or you're gonna have to have a big plot of land or something. Cause
I don't know if you ever seen those garages where they're underneath the house and it's like a full drive. Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want.
Man, listen. You know, I'm so glad we had this talk. It's like, you my spirit animal. Like you, we so much on the same page. Yeah, we definitely got to talk after this. This is like,
definitely.
Like this is, yeah. And I can't wait to come see them cars in person. Or when you move to Florida, go down in the underground garage and see all them cars. Cause that's crazy.
Next interview hopefully will be somewhere down south. Nice hot weather, some nice cars. Nice.
Right. So I seen a few people say on here that they're going to get at you about those 275s. So you could probably be looking for some DMs today. Oh. Even though they haven't officially hit the market, they are exclusive on Rydes and Vybes with KP. That those two are coming to market tomorrow. Maybe you can sell them before they come to market tomorrow.
Hey, my line's always open. They could DM, they could call me. All my information's in my bio, and I got stuff that I don't post yet, you know what I mean, that I got coming in or I know I got to get, you know, like, it's hard basically to, I'll put on my story, I'll put coming soon, and then, like, I end up selling the car an hour later, and then everyone gets pissed at me because, like, oh, well, I wanted it, and I thought you was going to post it, and why do that? I don't do it, you know what I mean, intentionally, or I don't do it, where I'm picking and choosing. I don't care whose money it is. If I'm selling the car.
It's first come, first serve.
So, like, people get mad, oh, what kind of bullshit are you trying to run? And, oh, what is this? You put cars that's coming soon and then all of a sudden they're sold. My cars actually sell quick. You know, they're dealing with someone who does legit business. And I ain't tooting my own horn. It's just they know someone's doing legit business and then they know that they're getting a decent price and they're actually going to get their cars. So, I mean, there's nothing to lose at that point. You know, I'm not saying I'm the cheapest dong seller out here. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty competitive pricing, you know, but that's the thing. So a lot of my cars go quick and people wait patiently. Like this year I didn't have that many dogs. I opened up my business and I went from just doing the trailer thing more personal to, you know, a corporation and doing all that properly, you know. So this year was kind of more about my other business. And, you know, I bought like 5 cars in a week, you know what I mean? So it was good. It was good. I got a 73 Caprice hardtop coming to the market. Got a 71 4-door no post coming to the market. I got that 70 Cutlass. So I got a lot of stuff, you know, coming. But the time. So now it's no one wants to use no trailer, go camping. So now it's back to the cars.
Well, we know you talk bad about us about the G bodies, but us G body people, we want you to get some G bodies too. Now, don't leave us out.
You know what? It's a lot of guys I know got G bodies. I had a couple G bodies before. I had 2 actually Grand Nationals, and me and Grand Nationals don't get along. We just don't get along. I had one, and I literally parked it in the yard. Went to go start it like a week later. Would never start again. Tried everything, every trick that I could have known, and I couldn't do it. And I was just like, I told it. Literally after that, I told it. The guy came and picked it up, and 2 days later, he got it. He literally got it running and everything. And I see one of my home collection. I just told him the baddest 71 Caprice hardtop coupe. When I tell you what the day it rolled out the showroom, the day it rolled out the showroom. So yeah, he's. I got his car still actually. Wait, he had it out.
You know what I can say? I do, before I have people on the show, I do a little research. And the one thing I can tell you that I have always heard about you, even before I really started following you is what you said. You do good business. And across the board, everybody says the same thing about you. Like, I have never had somebody who everybody says you do good business. Like, you gonna have somebody that's gonna pop up and say, oh, he ain't shit, he don't do good business. But literally, I have had everybody say you do good business. And the cars come and they're in good condition. They're in the condition you said. The paperwork comes. They don't have no problem getting their tag and title and all those things. And I was like, well, damn, I got to get him on my show.
Yeah. No, and it's the truth. You know what I mean? Like I said, to me, business is simple. A lot of people overthink it. You could either, I could turn around tomorrow and burn people and make a quick 100 G's. Well, how long is that 100 G's going to last? Or I could, be honest with people, tell everyone a spade's a spade. You know what I mean? And tell them exactly what's wrong and hide nothing. And I send out, like, literally 40-plus pictures, videos. Like, I'll FaceTime with people, anything, Because to me, it's like, it's about longevity. Look at, I can leave my kids in the future. You know what I mean? I can get to my son, and he could tell, future. So it's like, there's no reason to burn people over a few bucks. Because bad news travels fast, and especially in the dunk game. One guy puts a post about you, and it travels real quick. And you ruin the whole page. After building something for so long, you ruined it for what? Over a couple of bucks?
Right. I can agree.
For me, I ain't the richest man in the world, but I live a comfortable lifestyle, and it ain't about money to me. Like, I've took it, you know what I mean? I've done things to make things right with customer. I had a customer call me, the top's not working, what do I do? I'm like, it was working. I showed him pictures. And, okay, well, now the windows ain't working. I told him, look at the video. I showed you all the windows, everything working. He's like, okay, I got to get it fixed, blah, blah, blah. I ended up sending him back like $300, right, just to help in the situation. Because there was a little bit of wiring I didn't know about and whatever, It's That's the thing. It's like, if it's over a few $100 to make your client happy, then don't just walk away from the problem. At least answer the person and be like, hey, I don't want to have nothing to do with the car. Or, hey, just don't ignore it. Just keep it 100. That's it. It's someone buys a car, describe it as it is, deliver it to their front door, and it's pretty simple. But people overthink it. People's always about getting one over, burning your name, or that's just not the way I do business. I'd rather be honest. And my honesty, I lose sales because of it. Because I'll be honest and, I don't like this about the car. I don't like that about the car. Or even the trailers. This was fixed or that was fixed. Okay, I don't want. That's perfectly fine. In the words of my pops, if an ask for the receipt. Okay, so doesn't matter. Someone out there is going to buy it. Might not be that guy, but guess what? There's a buyer for everything.
There's literally a market for everything in this world. Everything.
That's the thing. It's just, there's no reason to hide it from people. There's no reason to, promise people the world and come through with it. Like, there's times titles got delayed. There's times cars took a month to get delivered, honestly. And, people understand it's not by me. They get frustrated. They understand transport. But I do everything in my power. And I ain't one of those, I get your money and then I never speak to you again. Like, I'll make sure you get your paperwork. If they call me, I answer my phone. I'll call them. Hey, you get the car? Send me pictures when you get the car. Want to, make sure things all good. I take pictures when the car goes on the truck just to make sure there's no damage when it gets delivered to the customer too. Because you got to look out for it. Like I said about, getting the money and that's it.
Right. So anybody that may be new to following you or may not be following you or are going to be new to following you, what would you like your followers, your supporters to know about you?
I'm a family man. I do good business. I got some really competitive pricing. I got some of the cleanest OG dunks. And I'll say that again. Some of the cleanest OG dunks you will find. Like a lot of my cars went down to Florida, and a lot of people could, I don't even got to say it. People can speak for me. You know what I mean? And say how clean the cars was that they got. So I got some of the cleanest OG donks in the game. Good prices, legit business. You're going to get your car exactly the way it's described, get all your paperwork, and, you're in good hands with shopping with me.
Well, I want to tell you, thank you so much. I know you had a busy day. I know this interview has been a long time coming, but I value everyone that comes on my show, but especially people who I may not know as much about, that I get to learn things about them. I learned that you don't really do G-bodies, and we're going to have to talk about that, but that's another story for another day.
Oh, yeah.
But we look forward to you coming to a show or something stateside when the world opens back up, so we can kind of finally, meet you and, see you not just virtually. Because I think, like I said, we're all family, no matter in the car culture, whether we're black, white, purple, pink, green, orange.
Exactly.
The thing that bonds us all together is these cars. And man, I'm forever grateful that I get to meet so many dope people because of the cars.
Oh yeah, honestly, that's the thing. It's like I've met so many good people along the way. So many, you just make so many different connections and so many people. It's just like it's honestly amazing. Like I said, everyone treats you like family. If you go to their city, they do as much as they could. And anyone that comes down here, I do the same for them. It's just it's all love in the car game. You know what I mean? Especially in the donk game. We're a smaller family compared to like all these other muscle cars and all this. Like the donk game now is getting more commercialized. You know what I mean? And it's getting bigger. But like the car game and the donk game, it's a small circle. You know what I mean? So like I said, if you do bad business in the donk circle, everybody knows within a couple hours.
Right.
Everyone.
You're right.
I mean, so
we live in the era of the internet, right? And if somebody says something on the internet, right, it must be true.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter whether it's Charlamagne the God on the Breakfast Club says, "Why believe the truth when the lie is way more entertaining?" So right now, I could go on my page and say, Caprice King did so and such to me, and that could be furthest thing from the truth. But because I said it on the internet, and because I got a few followers, oh my God.
Exactly.
You did it.
Exactly. 100. They don't care about the truth. They just care about what they want to hear.
Right.
Lies travel fast. The good
right.
I'm going to give you a pat on the back and tell you, oh, good job. Oh, you did this. Oh, no one does that shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's how it is. So.
Right. Well, thank you so much for coming on today. Like I said, I know it's been a long time coming and you've been extremely busy, but the world shutting down had its perks for me because that set a lot of you guys down for y'all to have time to do my interviews. I know that's selfish, but that made y'all have time for me. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. Oh, hey. Literally the world, everything that's going on in the world, we pray for the world, honestly, for things just get back to normal. Just a lot of shit going on. It's crazy. But, a lot of people realize a lot of different things and, businesses and everything. It's been one hell of a year. Better times, hopefully, for 2021. Hopefully this year, we're in the last couple months, so everything just peaceful and positive, you know what I mean? And I don't know, this year was one for the books, I'll tell you that.
Definitely. And I couldn't have ended it on a better note. So, Caprice King, thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
For sitting down to answer our questions. And yeah, we appreciate you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We'll be in touch, all right?
Yes, sir. Have a great day.
Take care. Bye.